welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into our Fearless Beer Review. We get into the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to. That leads into the songs of the week. And then we wrap it up with some new music and other happenings in the music world. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. 5 stars only, please. Go do that. That would be very helpful. Join us on Discord. We have that. We talk, we hang out, make fun of each other. Go join that. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. So follow us and tell all your friends. So that's all I got for the boring intro.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump right into the Fearless Beer Review. So what do you got today, Jeff? Go.
I got a Sloan favorite here. It's a Rolling Rock.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I am. This is a Rolling Rock, baby. What?
So people listening right now, friend of the pod, Sloan, he's an interesting person, very unique person. He texted me, he was probably really drunk. He texted me a couple nights ago saying a really bad blurry picture of a can of Rolling Rock. Said, "Oh my God, this is so good. This is the first time I've ever had it." And anybody who lives here in the States knows that Rolling Rock is not a very good beer, and it's a very cheap beer. But he loves it. And then on
He's never
Untappd,
had it
the beer
before.
app, yeah, which is weird. He's never had it. And on Untappd, he gave it a 3 out of 5, even though it was absolutely amazing.
He said it was amazing. He said it was great. Yeah.
It's the blurry off-center picture of it with him saying that it's so good and he's never had it before. It's just the combination of it all. It's remarkable that this man is, I don't know. He's just Sloan.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
No, it's this. Yeah, I got Rolling Rock here. I think now it's owned by Anheuser-Busch, but for a long time it was Latrobe Brewing Company from Pennsylvania. I don't know. It's kind of cool. There's a 33 on the cans and bottles, and I guess people have speculated as to what it is. But it could be 33 letters in Rolling Rock. It could be 1933, the founding year of the Pittsburgh Steelers. 33 degrees Fahrenheit, proper temperature to keep the beer.
The
33,
goofy
goofy stuff.
Wait, what if it's like a Mason thing? Like, wasn't there like 33 degrees of Freemasonry or something like that?
Yeah.
What if it's like some Illuminati shit. Could be. You never know. Never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
extra pale.
Rolling Rock.
So this will be fun.
So I've never had this beer. I've never even heard of this brewery. It's called Black Plague Brewing. I got this because it's in theme with the album of the week, I got it because of that. The label is very dark and demonic. It's called, and the beer itself is called Nyjah Hazy IPA, and it's a hazy. I enjoy the hazies. This is it was freshly canned on January 3rd of this year, so it is old. Mike would not drink this. Yeah, they're located in Oceanside, California, so very, very South California for those geography nuts out there. 7% ABV, and I'm down to just start drinking and move along.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Oh.
Here we go. Oh boy. All right, what do you think of your Rolling Rock?
Yeah, that is that is fucking adequate at best. That is there. It's fine.
I probably haven't had a Rolling Rock in 15 years.
Yeah,
I
don't think I've had a Rolling Rock since Renee and I used to get Rolling Rocks at one of the bars in Palm Springs. But that was just because I don't know, being goofy and dumb. But it's almost like biscuity or something, like wafer tasting.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. It's not good,
but it's not bad.
I mean, I won't drink another one. This is it. Look at this.
Someone's gonna get mad that you're drinking his beer too when he's gone. While he's gone.
I give it, what is it? We do like a 1. I give this a 1. 1 out of
All right,
3.
so we do have our world famous 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect beer, 2 is a good beer you're going to continue to drink, 1 is a bad beer but give it a shot, and 0 is a drain pour. So you gave this a 1 out of 3.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, my Nyjah hazy IPA from Black Plague Brewing. It's cool, man. It's cool. This is a good IPA. This is a really solid IPA. It's not overly fruity, citrusy. You can't really taste the hops. There's no bite. It's a nice golden yellow color. You cannot see through it at all, which is a sign of a good haze, I guess, right? That's pretty good. I'm enjoying this one. There are floaties in it. Not on it. There's floaties in it. But I don't know. It's tasty enough to where it doesn't gross me out. So with that, I will give this beer. I'll give this one 2. I'll give it a 2.5. 2.5 out of 3. That's what I give it. It's good. The labeling's good. The marketing's ridiculously stupid, and I love it. The beer's good. All around, 2.5 out of 3.
Hot dog.
That's what I got.
That's good.
Oh, so I don't know why with Rolling Rock, I always remember, I thought it always tasted like kind of like a Heineken, but it doesn't, right? It doesn't have that skunk?
Not at all.
I like that skunk, man. Love that
I
skunk.
swear, this is almost like nutty. It's yeah, I don't know. Very biscuity, very wafer tasting, and a little bit nutty, a little bit crazy.
All right.
Not good.
So let's move on. Oh, did Raul leave a review for yours?
Yes, sir, he did.
Oh, let's read it because he didn't leave one for mine.
He gave it
So
3 out of 5. He said, "Well, let's go straight up at the Newport Frat Boy Dive Cassidy's, and I'm ready to do it like Tom Brady in the red zone. Hut hut hike. Thing ain't that bad actually. Now I will say I did just pound 4 White Claws, but it's pleasant enough like before I met my baby mama. Peace." This was
There you go,
2020.
Raul. Oh, that's really new.
Yeah, so Raul's maybe Raul's younger because if I don't know, I get Cassidy's. You ever been to Cassidy's?
I maybe have. I don't know. Newport?
It's over like near like the peninsula. It's right by the Newport Pier.
Near Sharky's? Oh, no, wait. Is Sharky's over there?
It's more like in the Balboa Peninsula, but not
Okay.
quite south like that.
I may have, but I don't remember.
It's just, I mean, if you just think of any, flipped up bill, tattooed, stupid kind of bro, white kid from Orange County, that's Cassidy's.
That doesn't even sound like a dive bar. It just sounds like a miserable time.
It's a
Like
dive bar, but like a dive bar on the fucking beach. Like you're not really a dive bar, dude.
Well, I was gonna say a great dive bar. One of the best dive bars is Sandpiper in Laguna.
That's not really
Laguna
a dive
Beach?
bar though. Like a dive bar,
That's a
it's gotta
dive
be,
bar, dude. That place is a fucking. That place is terrible. There's
I
no
know.
beer on draft. There's no beer on draft.
When you're
It's all
paying
bottled or liquor.
when you're paying probably $10,000 a month for like a lease space that's the size of like a bedroom, and then you're doing really really well, and people go there. Like I don't know if that's a dive bar.
Well, also you have to think Sandpiper's been there since the 1920s, so I guarantee you they're not leasing that spot. It's probably the OG owners or the family or some shit like that.
No, they're dude. There's no way. There's no way.
I know that last time I was there was like maybe 5 years ago, and I did talk to the owner, and I do take it back. He did say he bought the place in the late 70s. So he owns the spot as of 5 years ago, but
I just don't know if I
don't
can
know.
call anybody. If you own a bar that's like on the fucking beach, I don't know if I can classify you as a dive bar. I just can't do it.
But you also have to think too, beach property like that was worth nothing back in the 70s. Nobody wanted to live near the beach. It wasn't until the 80s and 90s where there's this huge boom in the beach cities here.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't classify you as a dive bar.
You're wrong.
I'm not
Crazy.
wrong at all. I've been to fucking dive
Crazy.
bars in like Tucson and shit that are just like the world forgot them, and you walk in and there's bad lighting and there's like one guy there, and they're
Well, that's how Sandpiper
three
is.
days away from closing the doors. No, Sandpiper's not 3 days away from closing the doors. They're doing
But
just fine.
the look. Literally, it was termite
I think
ridden.
part
Shit
of the
was
dive bar
falling
aesthetic
off
is
the
you have to
roof.
be like struggling for money. If you're not struggling for money, I can't classify you a dive bar. Just can't.
What about TJ's in Placentia?
TJ's
You would consider that as a dive bar.
TJ's is almost there. TJ's is right. They just passed that mark of being a dive bar.
Okay, I disagree.
If you're not struggling for money, you're not a dive bar.
But they might be. You don't know.
I know.
You know, no, you don't.
I know.
You think you know?
I talk to
I know.
TJ. I talk to him all the time.
You talk to TJ all the time.
Yeah.
What a terrible investment that was. Those guys that bought the place and did nothing with it, and then
Stupid.
COVID hit.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that bar lasted through COVID too. Anyway, 0-2. Let's move on. Unless you got anything else on the beer.
No, that's it.
No,
That's it.
we're being very hyper specific, hyper local when it comes to
Yeah.
our beer talk.
It's
this
fun
week,
for
but-
everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump into vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to, and like I said, that leads to the songs of the week. If you want to listen along to all the songs we talk about, because we're obviously not going to play all of them, you can go down into the description of the podcast. There's a link to the playlist that I made, so go check it out. Follow me on Spotify, and then you'll just get a notification that a new playlist is posted. So yeah, let's get right into what you got, Jeff. So go.
Yeah, three out of these 5 that I have here is from the same seller on Discogs. Shot him an offer, he accepted, and sent him out. Got these for pretty damn cheap, and I'm happy with them. But the first one's I Am the Avalanche, the only record by them I didn't have. Wolverines, still my least favorite. But there's some like seriously good deep cuts on this one. They play 2 of these songs. They play one of these songs live every show, 177. And then there's 2 or 3 of them that they play most of the time. But overall, it's their weakest. But damn, dude, it's still really damn good. And the song I chose was Shape 'Em In. That's one of the ones they play more often than not. It's good. It's a good song.
It's their signature sound. I can never quite place what it is, but you know it when you hear it.
It's his vocals, dude. It's like he gets
the
like
choruses,
like hawk like a loogie or something, and he still has that like that kind of like yell, that scream.
Yeah.
So good. It's just It's I really like this band. I do like this album. It's a cool little clear translucent variant. I like it. I dig it.
You know, I never see the first record. I've never seen it in the wild. I never see
know.
it
You never will.
anywhere. Have they never pressed it?
They priced it a couple times, and it goes on Discogs for like $400.
Oh my god.
I know. So
Jesus.
annoying. And like everybody that's selling it on Discogs right now is selling it for like $400. And they always put the thing, the little disclaimer says, "I'm in no hurry to sell this. I'm just seeing if somebody will buy it." I said, "Man, fuck you then, dude. Fuck
Like
off."
the assholes posting shit for $2,000 for
Yeah.
no fucking reason.
Just seeing if
It's so
somebody will buy
annoying.
it. Like, fuck you.
I saw somebody on OfferUp post a beat up copy of Michael Jackson's Bad for $1,000.
Dude.
Yeah. And he did it on OfferUp to where you can pay to have it promoted,
Yeah.
and it shows you when a post has been promoted. And yeah, he promoted that $1,000 Bad record. It's like vintage, rare, all the buzzwords. It's like, dude, you can find that Bad record for $10.
Even new, like a brand new copy of that is like $16.
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
Silly.
It's silly. It's silly boy talk. Okay. So Bouncing Souls, we just did Bouncing Souls.
Mhm.
I got comment after we did. I think I got it the day we did the episode, so I didn't listen to it until the day after. But I chose Coin Toss Girl. It's just a good song, good album.
Yeah,
It's cool.
I love Coin Toss Girl. It's such a ballad too, but it's so catchy.
Yeah,
Love her like a fool. What could I do?
that's
So
good. That's what he sounds like. And then I got a split they did with the Menzingers, four songs, 2 each. Each of them do a cover of the other band, as most splits go. And the Menzingers did a cover of Kate is Great, which it's really good. It's a really, really good cover. Bouncing Souls, you get kind of 2 free songs. There's an unreleased song they did, and then they did a cover of a Menzinger song. Both of the Bouncing Souls ones, like, it's okay, it's fine. But the Menzingers, both of their songs are really good. So,
What made me mad when I was listening to this playlist was right before I started listening. You and I were talking, and I said that Menzingers are vanilla. They're not that great. And I was shocked. I wasn't surprised. I was shocked that you liked them. And then this song came on, and I'm like, wow, this sounds like the fucking Bouncing Souls. Because I didn't look at the title. I just thought, wow, this sounds like the Bouncing Souls. And then I started to get nervous, and I thought, are the Menzingers actually really good? And then the chorus hit, and I'm like, oh, God damn it, you motherfucker, you tricked me.
Yep.
Yeah,
See, so the
fucking Bouncing
Menzingers,
Souls.
John Gentili, loved the Menzingers. Adam White loved the Menzingers. So I've listened to them over the course of the years. I don't think I would ever buy anything on the vinyls, but I have songs here and there playlisted. But to say that I like them, they're fine. I don't think they're vanilla. It's just they're not really my thing. Nothing that I will go out of my way to listen to. But I do enjoy listening to their stuff when it comes out and is new and whatever. I don't know. It's fine.
Okay, I don't get it at all, but
I don't see why. It's good pop punk. It's just a little bit more aggressive. I don't think they're vanilla at all. I think there's anything vanilla about them.
There's like nothing there. It's just it's forgettable.
It's more aggressive like pop punk. What more do you want?
But it doesn't make it good. It can still be forgettable, and that's
not
what it
vanilla.
is.
Vanilla is like something that's just
vanilla
mush.
is forgettable.
Like
vanilla is
we'll
forgettable.
Talk about it later on, but like a lot of Ghost is fucking vanilla.
That's fine. That's fine.
Menzingers?
So are the Menzingers.
I like vanilla. Another thing I got, Steve Vai. I got this from our neighbor. He had a bunch of
Phil,
records. Tony, Dave's brother.
Oh, okay. I was going to
Had a
say,
bunch
there's
of
no way
records
Phil
that
would
he-
part with things.
Nah. He will one day. One day I'll get him. But yeah, Steve Vai. This is Steve Vai's first album, Flexible, 1984. This is still, I mean, dude, Steve Vai was very, very busy in the 80s, just not doing his own solo stuff. You know, Zappa, David Lee Roth, just out there, put himself out there. This album's cool because the first half is just it's very Zappa-like. It's very fucking weird. The opening track is this like alien thing where he's playing the guitar and kind of like singing at the same time, and it's just fucking bizarre, and it's almost like not good at points, but then you kind of just know that it's supposed to be quirky. And the second half is more traditional, wanky, Steve Vai, protege of Satriani, just goofing around the guitar. Overall, I think it's fucking great. It's really, really cool. There's a lot of weird stuff on there, and I dig it.
So the song that you made me listen to is called "Call It Sleep," and I did not like this at all, at all. I mean, it was cool because it sounded like with the clean part, almost acoustic sounding guitar parts. It sounds like he was just like fucking with the tuning pegs and just tuning in and out, in and out, in and out to kind of get those notes and bend those notes rather than actually using his fingers to bend it. So I thought that sounded cool. But then the drums come in and the little jazz fusion little synth is playing, and oh god, dude, it was a different sounding song, but it was too much jazz fusion for me. It was obnoxious.
So like Steve Vai did most of the instruments here, even like a lot of the drum programming. But this is where I found out that like the Wackerman boys, because Chad, his brother, plays on this, and that's when I found out he played with like Frank Zappa and stuff. Like, oh, that's crazy. Never knew that. But yeah, so Steve Vai does most of the instrumentation on this. So that's why a lot of the stuff is very jazz fusion. But like Zappa was kind of, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Zappa, and I've only listened to maybe like 5% of Zappa stuffs. But some of it's fucking bad. Dude. Some of it's just bad and dumb and terrible. And I get it. Like it was the 80s. It was the 80s. And Steve Vai was kind of like still coming into himself, right? And we didn't like hear Steve Vai become huge until we joined David Lee Roth. And it was like, oh, fuck yeah, Steve Vai's actually really, really good. And then he would release subsequent albums in the 90s that were just all wanky. But like this one's cool because I'm telling you, man, some of these songs are just so fucking weird. I should have chose Little Green Men. It's so bizarre.
I've never heard 90s Steve Vai. Is it more in the vein of like Satriani?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Which is, I mean, it's fine. It's cool, but I'm just gonna listen to Satriani, really.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Steve Vai's signature guitar? Are you for it or are you against it?
I don't really. I've never really been one to like idolize a signature guitar.
That's a tough
signature guitar.
Bod
I'm like
talking,
a
man.
person. I just like Telecasters. That's all the only guitar I've ever wanted. That's why I bought the cheaper version of it, the PV. Like I just really just want a Telecaster. Otherwise, I don't really care.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Steve Vai's signature with that handle on top. I never liked that, and I just thought it just looks silly, just silly boy talk. That's what it is. But whatever. Amazing guitar player. This song, as Larry David would say. So what else you got?
And that's it. That leads me to my pick of the week. This is the Doom soundtrack from 2016. The game Doom was 2016. This was put on by Mick Gordon. As far as I know, he did everything on this. And this is just a fucking really... First of all, the game is fantastic. That 2016 game is so fucking good. It was so fun. It was so energetic. It was just so over the top and goofy that every moment of that was amazing to play. And I love that game.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. It was fun. It was definitely fun.
And so the soundtrack is just like the game, dude. It's just run and gun. It's aggressive when it needs to be. It's a soundtrack. It's a soundtrack to a game. So there's going to be kind of like down moments to where in the game you're kind of looking around for stuff. So it's a companion piece. But damn, dude, it's just really good. It's got everything you want from just metal music. Over the course of this 2 discs, you hear stuff that is like 80s speed metal to fucking like new metal. It goes all over the place. This guy did a fantastic job over the course of this album.
When you first talked about it, I believe it was in the Discord. I think I thought you got the soundtrack to the original Doom game. I wasn't really paying attention to the cover, so I thought it was like the 1992 version or whatever, whenever that first game came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Once it came on, I thought, oh, okay, this must be the 2016. And yeah, dude, it was fucking good. It was so
cool.
killer. It was really cool. I'm looking at this guy too. This Mick Gordon. What else he's done? I mean, he's done like a lot of like
Wolfenstein. He did a lot of soundtracks.
Yeah, Wolfenstein, Killer Instinct.
He there's a huge controversy with him too. He with id or ID Software that did Doom, and just the fact that like fans noticed that when the vinyl was released or streamed on Spotify, it was different than it was in the game. And they're like, why does it sound so much different? It sounds way more compressed. It just doesn't sound as dynamic. And then Mick Gordon came out, and then it was just this whole thing of like the company just treated him like shit. Like he barely got paid. We went like almost a year with getting no money, no compensation whatsoever. And they gave him no direction. They said, hey, we want you to do this soundtrack. He says, okay, well, like, do you have level designs? Like, do I need to make an aggressive song here and then it'll match the game? Like, what do you have for me? Well, I don't know. Just do it. It's like, well, dude, you can't just have somebody make a fucking companion piece to a video game without showing them the video game first, right? That's silly.
Yeah.
Because you would have,
it wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't match. The music wouldn't match anything. And so then he was like, well, how about I do like a blueprint of a song, like an aggressive song, and then a slow down song, a chuggy song, whatever. And then we can kind of tailor it as I see like the levels kind of come in. And they said, no, can't do that. And then like they tried to like railroad him and because he said, I don't want to work with you guys ever again. And it was just this whole like toxic thing. And it was kind of in the midst of that whole like 2020, 2021 era of video game companies under the spotlight of being a toxic work environment and treating their employees like shit. And he was just one of them. And they tried to gaslight him for it. And he's like, no, fuck that. And then he came out and said everything, and they never went back. And they even offered him like 6 figures to like kind of like make it all go away, to be quiet about it. And he's like, no, fuck you guys.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him.
Man. I really do love this soundtrack. It is so goddamn good. It is just, like, just to think like this is for a video game, dude. Like this much effort, this much production was into a video game soundtrack that people will never even think about. That would just
normally and video game soundtracks too. Unless you're Nintendo, most video game soundtracks are just like classical compositions or just like soundscapes or things like that, or electronic soundscapes. It's like one of those two. But to have like heavy metal like this, like modern heavy metal, you don't see that very often. Yeah. And I think that's super rad. And I'm looking through his wiki too, and it looks like in 2020 he started dabbling in a little bit of like actual like band production, like music production.
Yeah.
With like Bring Me the Horizon. He worked on a few of their songs. Motionless in White in 2022 he worked on one of their songs. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool that he's branching out from just the video game stuff, like, diversifying, I guess. It's
good. And did you play this thing pretty loud on your speakers? And it's intense. It's good. That's good.
All right. Well, so you put 2 songs on here. You put Dogma, which is essentially intro. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm gonna play the intro, and then that'll go into the song Rip and Tear, which is a cool title too. So here it is, Dogma and Rip and Tear from Mick Gordon from the Doom soundtrack.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood. He chose the path of perpetual torment. In his ravenous hatred, he found no peace, and with boiling blood, he scoured the umbral plane.
All right, there's a bit of Dogma and Rip and Tear from the Doom soundtrack
Come on, that's so good.
by Mick Gordon. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It really, really is.
That's exactly
Just
what you
the-
want from fucking something coming after that intro. If any like metal band did this, we would fucking love this. And this is
No,
this
you're
is
right.
what you
you're
want.
right. And just the cover art too is just so cool.
I love it. I love it.
Doom is such a fun game. The original, the new one from 2016. It's just fun. It's just a good game.
Yeah,
Good game.
good games.
All right. So is that all you got for the vinyls?
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
All right. So I got a couple things here. These both came from Rhino Records in Claremont, California. I stopped by there, never been there before, and bought a few things. And the first one comes from Sublime, their newest live record. Well, it's really a recording from 1994, but it was just released. And we already talked about it before. It's the $5 at the door live at Trestles, like I said, 1994. And we talked about this, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago?
It was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you brought it to the pod. So we already touched upon it a lot, but I finally got around to listening to it, and it's a good live record. There's just the right amount of sloppiness to really give it that charm, that character that is Sublime. Some great, really, really great jamming on this one. And like you said too, about, you hear songs that hadn't been released yet that they're throwing into this, which they kind of did on Robin the Hood, that record. But, you hear it live too, and it's a great live record. They did Saw Red, which they slowed down a little bit. It wasn't as fast as the recorded version with Gwen. And it was weird not hearing Gwen. I'm just so used to hearing her on that song, and having Bradley sing both parts. It was weird. It was really, really weird, but still a great performance. But it's a good record, man. I'm really happy about it.
Yeah.
So I spun this twice already, and I don't know. It's good. I made you listen to the work that we do, because that song off Robin the Hood is an absolute banger, and this is an example of them just kind of jamming, or at least Bradley jamming. Like they took some of the dub out of it, because really the Robin the Hood record is a dub record for the most part. It's a dub record, and they took a lot of that out, and they just made it more of a jam. And the last, I'd say maybe the last minute of it is just him kind of noodling on the guitar. He has some dude, his guitar tone sounds amazing on this song too.
Dude,
the whole record,
dude,
everything about this live record is really excellent. I recommend everybody going to Spotify or wherever they listen to music, and stream it. It's really good. It's a really, really good performance. So got that one. This next one, like I said, I got this from Rhino as well. This is my song of the week, or my song of the week comes from this. It's an EP from the band Crosses. It's with Chino, the singer from Deftones, and Sean Lopez, and I don't remember what band he comes from, but it's kind of their electronic duo that they've been doing for the last 12, 13 years now. And they put out an EP in 2022. 5 songs on this one. Eventually they're going to release a full length, I think within the next year or so. And I like this. It's just really good electronic music, and I feel this EP is a big step up from their last full album, or combination of their last 2 EPs, which is what that full length is. In that it's more of a more complex sounding record, more soundscapes, more going on, kind of in the background to just kind of build this little world within a song. And there's some really cool moments on this EP. And this song that I chose is the song. It's called Day One. So this one has all those electronic elements, but it has this kind of Disney movie feel to it, early 90s Disney movie feel, like Lion King or something. It's kind of what it reminds me of, especially that melodic kind of chorus. I think it's great, man. And I'm still trying to convert you into a Chinoman, but
that's just never gonna fucking happen, because the song wasn't even that bad. It was kind of enjoyable, except for the vocals.
Oh God! Dude.
I just think the vocals took away. I think if you just took out the vocals and maybe just added a different layer, the song would be pretty dope. Because the electronic instrumental part of it was really good.
It's fantastic. It's really great, and that's how this entire EP is. Like I'm saying, that this EP sonically sounds way better than the last one, the last full length. This is like a huge step up in production and everything, and it's great. I mean, fuck. I think everybody, even if you don't like Chino, Skip, go listen to this EP. Like, I think you would at least appreciate it musically.
His vocals weren't like terrible on this. They weren't like good. I would have preferred them not to be there, but they weren't bad.
Okay, so you hate it.
I didn't hate it.
Just trying to sugarcoat it.
Nah, if I hate it, you'll see later how much of the shit we listened to this week I fucking hated.
Oh, bullshit. You fucking love Ghost. Get out of here.
Hold on there, dude.
Well, I know you did, dude. Except for like 2 records you didn't like, but you love the other 3. So your rankings are going to be exactly like mine, I'm sure. Except I love them all. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to play the song Day One from the band Crosses. So here it is. There you have it. Crosses with the song Day One. I dig it, man. I really, really like it. I love this band. I like Chino a lot. There you go.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, so
okay.
I think, okay, so what I just played is a mono. It's not going to sound that great. If you go listen to this song, this EP, go listen with like earbuds or headphones on. It's a much better experience, and it's not like Kid A level like production or anything like that, but it's really solid.
Nothing is.
I mean, honestly, I hate saying it because I am kind of a hater of Radiohead, but Kid A is just an incredible fucking record. I mean, god damn, it's like the perfect electronic record. That's what Kid A is. It really is. It's not
true.
the greatest record ever made, but you know, from production standpoint, it's
close.
Probably one of the greatest electronic records ever.
Yeah, okay.
It's fantastic. But anyway, that's all I got for the vinyl. My song of the week. So, you got anything else?
No.
All right, let's jump into some new music that's come out this week. Do you want to play any of these songs?
No.
No, not at all. Did you listen to all of these songs like I told you?
Yeah, I did, yes.
Okay. Did somebody just burp? What the fuck?
That's Renee. What?
I thought it was.
We'll just have to wait till she leaves because she thinks that it's funny. Yeah, I did listen to the songs. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm glad you you did something. You paid attention, right?
I pay attention in school. Yes.
All right. The first song comes from Queens of the Stone Age. Our boys in Queens of the Stone Age. They put out a new song called Emotion Sickness. I forgot when the new record comes out. Probably in July or something. I liked it. I don't
25 different pre-orders for 55 different variants.
I know, right? It's so annoying. I didn't order any of them. because they are making so many of them. I guarantee you, I would get it faster if I just went to like Port of Sound the day it came out than wait 2 weeks after it was released to actually get my copy. So yeah, I mean, I think this one song sounds a lot better than their entire last record. It sounds like they're kind of finally utilizing John Theodore, the greatest drummer of all time. So it's good. I like this song. I need to spend more time with it. I think in the context of the entire record, this song's going to be much better. I don't think as a standalone song it's strong enough, but I think within everything it's going to be great. So, what do you think of this song?
I agree mostly. It inspired me to spin Songs for the Deaf the other day when I first got Zelda. I don't like hate the song. I don't love it. But I don't think their albums are a collection of songs, right? They're a continuous flow of things.
Yeah.
So
except for like songs for the deaf, I feel like every album has to be listened to from front to back. Songs for the Deaf is the only song only album where you could take songs individually and put them on playlists.
I mean, you could do that a lot, but like the whole concept thing that is the point of Songs for the Deaf is listening to it from front to back.
Well, true, but what I'm saying is like the songs are good enough as standalone, so you don't.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to do that. So I don't know. I enjoy this. I'm sure you're gonna buy it too when it comes out because now you're a Queensman. So
I don't know. I got two, and that's I'm good with that.
You'll get there. We'll do Queens of the Stone Age again, and then you'll realize, oh, there's some really good records outside of those too. You'll get there.
Okay.
You'll get there someday.
All right. Okay.
All right. Okay. So this next one, I just saw it appeared. I think you just added it right now.
No, I did not. I think I had it from my phone.
Okay. Yeah, because it didn't show it. All it said was Wish, and there was no link, so I didn't know I didn't know what this was. So, what is this Wish thing?
So here's what happens when I add things on my phone. I need to wait a couple seconds until like it finishes loading on my phone, and then I can close it out. But if I add it on my computer, it's instantaneous. And so,
I wonder where that is.
Man.
I wonder where that is. Are you using an Android phone that's like 7 years old?
No, I think I have the iPhone 21. I think. Yeah,
you got to You got to upgrade, man. You got to upgrade. It's time.
Whatever.
Anyway, continue.
So Wish is this hardcore thrash thing that was I think it was started during the quarantine, the pandemic. But this song features Tony Hawks on vocals, on vocals. But it's got guys from Dillinger, it's got guys from the Bronx, it's got one of the guys from Every Time I Die, and Tony Hawk sings, and it's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
Sounds terrible.
It's fun. Like the music's really, really good. Tony Hawk is just like knowing it's Tony Hawk. Like, oh, that's cool. I like that. I dig that. I hope they put out an album. It's pretty dope. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So anybody listening to the podcast right now, this will also be in the playlist that I'm going to post in the description below in this podcast episode. So if you want to listen to these songs along the way, go do that because we're not going to play any of them.
But the song itself is a 9 Inch Nails cover. So
that's, it's that song. Okay,
yeah, throwing that out there.
Okay, all right. So it's not it's a cover. Okay, got it.
Get it.
All right. The Hives, they put out a new song called Bogus Operandi. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was.
Love the Hives.
I enjoyed it. I'm just never really a big fan of theirs. I mean, Main Offender I think is an absolute banger, and so is I hate to say I told you so. But outside of those, that whole album was fine, but I never owned it. I never had it or anything, or had it on my iPod ever. So it's not for me.
They've been doing shit since like the 90s. Like they've been around for so fucking long, and they just, that sound, that kind of like garage rock revival sound, right? That when they came out at the same time as the Strokes and the White Stripes and the Vines, but the Hives had already put out like an album prior to an album or two prior to 2000. But it's cool. You got good guitar tones. I like it. It's very, very bright. It's very warm.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're known, or at least based off of the. What was that record with Main Offender on it? Was it Vinny Vidi Vicious or something?
Vinny Vidi Vicious. I think that was, that was one that had Hate to Say I Told You So.
Yeah, that had a very hot guitar tone, and it was very raw sounding. And this song's not like that, but it still sounds kind of raw. It doesn't sound as as smooth and polished as a lot of rock music does nowadays.
That's
It's
gonna
good,
come
though.
out later
It's
this year,
good.
so maybe we'll
Maybe we'll do it on the
do
pod.
it.
Or we'll do Vinny Vidi Vicious.
Maybe Vidi Vicious.
I think that's on our list, our to-do list, right?
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. This next one comes from an artist, girl named Poppy. Have you ever heard of this girl before?
No.
So she's been getting a lot of shit over the last, I'd say, year or two. And I've always kind of wanted to look into her. And this new song she put out is called Spit. It popped up on my released radar thing on Spotify. And I thought, okay, I'll listen to it. I know she's pissed off a lot of people and fans because now she's like become this like heavy metal industrial rock thing. And I listened to it and I'm like, this song is like, it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid industrial rock song. She has some pretty killer screams on this. She's a really, really good screamer. And then I was reading more about her at least just on Wikipedia. I was reading more about her, and she started out as like this like viral YouTube video person like in 2012, and then she put out like 3 or 4 pop records, like bubblegum pop records, and then all of a sudden she went from that to the complete opposite of making like death metal, industrial metal stuff, and people just absolutely hate it, and I love that. Because I think this song is really solid. It's a really solid song, the Spit song. So I want to go back and listen to some of her stuff, and I think it would be really cool if we did her on the pod. If we did one of her records on the pod.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It would. I didn't hate this song. This song reminded me of somebody who's kind of like genre hopping, looking for something that sticks. It's not
Yeah.
bad at all. I think it was good. I think it was made by somebody who clearly listens to the genre, enjoys it. But then you look at like the songwriting credits and you look at like who played on it, and it's like, well,
Oh, see, I didn't look that far yet.
like there's a band called the Pretty Reckless. Have you heard of that band?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
That's just another band that's just like formed around a female vocalist, and it's just I don't know if I like that shit. And that's what this reminds me of. It's not bad, and the Pretty Reckless are fine, but that's I don't know.
So when I was reading more about the little bit I did read about this Poppy girl, is that she originally she went viral because she was like making fun of, or not making, but she was like, it was like a satire of like what was going on in the YouTube world and the pop world and all that kind of stuff. So I think she does a lot of this stuff as satire. Like all of her music is done tongue in cheek in a joking way, and that's what I like. Like I understand. Like I don't know. I need to do more research on her, but it just she seems like really fascinating. And I think it would be cool if we took like a deep dive. Whether or not we love it or hate it, I think it could still be like a fun episode, polarizing episode.
I'm down. I mean, I enjoy watching people that I don't know are not in like the music scene get popularity and then become in the music scene. Remember Tila Tequila, right? That was
She was
somebody
the same way.
put out a shit album, but like it's still fun to watch that transformation and watch people try to capitalize on whatever fame that they have. That's no different than anybody else in a band. But
True.
again, the song wasn't bad. It just seemed I don't want to say disingenuous. It was just like, okay, like you're trying to be like Static X a little bit. You're trying to be like, I don't know.
I was
That's
thinking more
fine.
Ministry,
That's
more
fine.
Ministry style.
That was fine.
But then it also brings to mind like the band Baby Metal, which is just I don't get it. I don't get it. But this one seems to me, Poppy seems more genuine than a band like Baby Metal does. So anyway, we'll probably talk about it at a later point. The last song here comes from Rancid. This is the second song they've put out from their upcoming record. The song is called "Don't Make Me Do It." It's less than a minute long. I think it's like 51 seconds long. And dude, these two songs I really like that they've released.
Yes.
Like I might buy this new Rancid record. If it's like 20 songs long, I probably won't buy it. But if it's like wrapped up in 13, 14 songs, I think I might go for it. Cuz these two songs are fantastic.
Yeah. I agree. Because like
Tim's not annoying, Lars is not like
that's
overly
the biggest
guttural.
thing is Tim's not
Yeah.
fucking annoying because it's so easy for him to cross that plane of being, I don't know, cool punk rock icon and to just like shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
And like when he starts
And
doing like the
sometimes-
accent and stuff, it's like, why do you do that shit?
The vocal fry that he
That's
does.
so annoying. And sometimes
It's
when
like
he
the
sings,
punk rock vocal fry.
but then sometimes in like the transplants, you'll hear him singing like a fucking like accent, like a British accent. Like, what are you doing? Why are you
I know.
doing that?
Makes no sense.
I don't know.
And then Lars, he gets. There are some times where he's too guttural. He's too scratchy, and it's just, I don't care. But and on these two songs, they both sound pretty good. The songs are faster. They're not that kind of like, I don't want to say pop rock, like Time Bomb and stuff like that, which is more ska, but I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
It sounds so dumb. Like Rancid has put out a lot of stupid fucking albums
But
and a lot of stupid
but
songs that are really popular.
you know, Time Bomb is an absolute banger.
I know every single
Stupid as it
fucking word
is,
to it. Absolutely.
it's so much fun to sing. It makes you want to dance.
You get a time bomb. Yeah.
Time Bomb.
Yeah.
Black shoes, black hat, black Cadillac. Girl
Stupid.
Time Bomb. So good. Oh, I hate Tim Armstrong, but I like him too. So, I don't know. That's all I got for the new music. You have
Okay.
anything else?
No, that's it. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. Tell all your friends because we're the best. And that's it. That's all.
Too much. Okay.